Hey everybody, we are live. I am live with all my peeps. Today I missed you guys. It's been a long time since I have gone live. Today I brought the cards out just in case we're going to do some reads, but I want to talk about healing and spiritual healing and mind, body, spirit balance and things like that. First, I'm going to let everybody know that this Sunday we have Tarot Time and Reiki Share here at Mama Santi's house in Riverside, California. It's from 12 to 3. We are open. It's a $12 donation for you to come in and experience a tarot reading and Reiki healing in the quantum. We are also open for anybody who is a tarot reader or who practices Reiki to come into a safe space and practice. We definitely want to practice our gifts so we become more in tune with ourselves and our the way we live our life and the way we do things and stuff. So spiritual healing or healing in general, what does that look like? So healing, when we set forth and we're like, okay, I want to heal myself, we're already putting things into play that, sorry, no, get away. There's like messages coming on. We're already putting into play that we are ready for healing. So what's going to happen? Well, our life is going to do whatever it needs to do to heal, to insinuate the healing, to facilitate the healing. So that means we are going to come into like an experience a little bit of chaos. With chaos, that's what brings in change, right? Things get chaotic so we can like look at what's going on in our life and see what's necessary to change that. A lot of times what is happening, what people seem to forget, is when we are healing, when we are living our life, we want to go within ourselves. We need to stop pointing the finger, this happened because that person, or this happened because that situation. We have a choice. We have free will. So what's happening when we're like ready to heal is a lot of times people are ready to heal also when their life is super chaotic or they're experiencing some kind of pain or grief or any kind of unbalance. It can be heavy and it can be light, but pretty much it's all the same. Another thing we want to keep remembering is to simplify. Keep it simple. So healing. So our life is going to get chaotic so that we can focus on and prioritize what needs to be handled. We make a choice. We are choosing for our life to be some type of way. Okay. So therefore, what is prominent and what is the most uncomfortable thing that needs to be healed, or what is bugging you, and lean into that a little bit more to heal. Another thing about healing or becoming balanced in the mind, body, and spirit, we need to pay attention to what we are ingesting. Not only eating, what are we listening to? What are we watching? What are we ingesting? Basically, we have to make a change. We want to stay in balance. So if you're constantly eating hamburgers and fries and candy and fast food and stuff like that, you're basically poisoning your body. And your body becomes a little bit heavy, like the energy is heavy, so those things are real heavy, so we feel blah. So cleansing is ideal when beginning this journey as well. You don't have to like jump off the cliff and be like, I'm gonna do a water fast 3 days or whatever it is. If you want to, cool. If not, try something a little bit simpler, like maybe start eating raw foods for a day. You're not eating anything cooked, just raw foods, fruits and vegetables, drinking a lot of water. You can do juice cleanses, or look for some kind of parasite cleanse or yeast cleanse, whatever it is, or contact us here at Mama Santi's house. If you really are super serious, we want to help you. So cleansing and eating right, cleansing and nurturing your body is of the utmost importance, because that's what really heals and brings us into balance. It brings our body into balance when we're eating right and we're listening to our body. We're eating to fuel our body. So it literally like opens up our channel, or it cleanses us. It enables us to be in the energy and the frequency that we want to be in. It also helps to just like restart, just a whole restart. So you go through this whole juice cleanse or water cleanse or fast or whatever it is to insinuate or to bring in change in your life. And then what? Well, then we want to nurture ourselves. So we're not going to do a cleanse and then the next day we're going to, eat some candy or whatever. I'm not saying don't. I mean, I appease my inner child too when I need some candy. Like I'm going to go for, if I'm going to go for some dark chocolate. That would be my first choice, with some fruit. If I need something sweet, watermelon, there's like different choices. We always have a choice. Sugar is like highly addictive. So once we eat the sugar, we're like, it's like we're on crack. We're like, want some more sugar? We want some more, whatever it is, I need that. And then it gets hard to, we get into this habit, we get into this cycle, and we just keep going for it until we don't. So health is super important, because also like our body is telling us things. We want to be able to, bring it back into our body and feel what our body is saying. A lot of times, like cravings, our body will be craving something. What is your body craving? Why are you craving that? And that leads me into the whole going within, and nothing is outside of ourselves, it's going within. Like one thing that comes into play is fast food. It used to be fast food was a treat. Fast food is a treat. It's not food, it's a treat if you want to look at it like that. So nowadays we're so busy, we got to do all these things, so we're starving, so we're gonna go run through a fast food joint and get a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna make us hungry in 5 minutes or whatever. I talk a lot of crap about it, but whatever. So we want to get out of that habit. So how can we get out of that habit? Well, we can cleanse our body, and we can start from scratch, or start from not scratch, but the basics, the basis. After the cleanse, you're like, okay, now I can feel my body. What do I want to put in my body after it's cleansed? I need nutrients. I need, vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. And then if you want to take it a bit further after the cleanse, just introduce things one by one so you can see and feel and sense, how does my body react to this vitamin I'm putting in my body, or this food, or whatever it is. Our body is so amazing. It tells us so many things. And as a matter of fact, our body is literally the last thing that tells us, hey, something's going on, or hey, I need this, or whatever. In essence, a lot of the things that come through will touch us in our subtle bodies or in our auric field first, to be like, hey, this is hovering over here, we need to handle this. If we're not listening, or if we're not in tune, or if we're too muddled with a lot of gunk, like what we watch, what we hear, what we're putting in our body, we're not going to pay attention until it gets into our body, until your digestive system is like, oh my gosh, what is in here? Get it, fix me, get it out. Or You know, you have this lower back pain and it's just so constant and it just hurts so bad. Maybe that's because you feel like you don't have support somewhere in your life and things like that. So there's always a mind, body, and spiritual to different aspects of life and of yourself, okay? So food and food and fueling the body, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, super duper important. Also, so what are you listening to? So now that leads me into what we hear. So, you know, our body is mostly water, so the frequencies coming in to play are super duper important. So, if you're always constantly like listening to music that's tuned to make you anxious or make you angry, or it's talking crap or whatever it is, you want to balance it out. So I recommend, getting on and researching, 432 hertz, music in 432 hertz. There's lots of stuff out there you can find on YouTube. You can find, classical music is freaking amazing. Maybe it's something just to be in the background, classical music. World music is freaking awesome as well. There are so many different channels that we can tune into other than what is prominent and in our face constantly. I'm not saying that stuff that's in our face constantly is bad, but you do want to find a balance in your life. Sometimes we want to be mundane, sometimes we want to rage out or whatever it is. Listen to the music, rage out, be mundane, whatever, get stuff done. And then sometimes we want to be in a higher vibration. We want to heal our body. We want to heal ourselves. Listen to that music. And then what are we watching on TV plays a big part of it as well. So if we're constantly watching like murder shows and all these things, we're like, it's keeping us in that state of fight or flight or anxiety or whatever. So we always want to pay attention to how much of it are we watching. We don't always want to be like, tuned in like zombie, like in a spell or under a spell of the television, right? So what you're ingesting is super duper important as well. And then the spiritual. So it is time, whether you're super religious or not, to bring in the spiritual. Bring in the spiritual to every part of your life. Now is the time to do that. Why? Because when you bring in the spiritual, we start to recognize that everything is energy. We start to notice and become more keen on energy and how it flows, the lower vibrations, the higher vibrations, the stagnation of energy, the stuck energy, whatever it is, everything is energy. And so it's very important to really lean into the spiritual right now, because we all are a part of the same fabric. It's time to take our power back, So spiritual healing, it can get awfully messy and chaotic, and that's just for the greater good of you, of yourself. So yeah, I appreciate you letting me ramble and rant and stuff like that. So I don't know who's all on here, but we can definitely get into some cards if anybody would like a reading or a card thrown for them. I would just love to throw cards for you. Let's see here. Hi, Nye. Hi, baby girl. I love you. So here we go. So the energy right now, we'll go through the energy right now also. The energy right now is fast, it's harsh, and it's like touching everybody at a poke in the head rate, right? It is time for us to shift. We are in a new era. We are in the new earth vibration, and it is time for everybody to take a look at themselves, to go within themselves. It's time to take your power back and step up for yourself in your own life, right? There's no more being pushed into some type of way or any type of way anymore. Hi. So, hey, cards. So what is this all about with the energy that's going on? Here we are, the number 5. The number 5 is the number of chaos. You know, the alligator is like coming through with this energy that we're in. It's like, okay, we are integrating a lot of things, okay? And everything's fast. So everything's chaotic, and it's like, pay attention to this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Like, what all of these scenarios, what all of these situations in your life that are making you uncomfortable is because it is time to release a lot of things. It's time to integrate a lot of things. It's time to let things marinate so you can really see, hey, this aligns with me or this doesn't, you know? It's time to really just roll with the punches and what's going on, because what this is enabling us to is to bring it within and to bring it inside of ourselves and to integrate the information and everything that is necessary into our lives, into our individual lives, you know. We can't keep going like this anymore. We can't keep giving our power away to everyone, to anyone and everyone. It's time to just take our power back and really just integrate what we know and move from that space. So what is helping with this chaotic energy and the integration of the information is Whale. It's ancient knowledge. It's all of these people that are coming out now and they're dropping knowledge, ancient knowledge. It's the Emerald Tablets. It's the Tablet of Hermes. It's all of this. It's, you know, really the esoteric studies of, you know, esoteric sciences, esoteric studies of religions, you know, different things like that. We hold all of this ancient knowledge, all of this wisdom inside of our DNA. So when you are coming into, like, say you're like, okay, universe, I want to listen to a podcast, show me something on YouTube, and then something pops up. That is confirmation for you, because you're going to start tripping out. Oh my God, this resonates so deep with me, you know? Oh my gosh, why? Why? Because you've been there before. You've lived here before. You have all the knowledge inside of your DNA. And so what's happening is we're all coming online. We're all pinging, ping, ping, ping. We're coming online, and the knowledge is coming up and out. It's coming up and out in everyday's lives. It's coming up and out in dreams. It's coming up and out in meditation. So just pay attention to what's coming through, and just trusting yourself is super important. So where have we been with this information? The energy, like, of the recent past, where have we been? Snake. All right. I'm like, thanks, Hermes. No. So snake is transmutation. Literally, like, all of this crap and this negative and this lower vibrational energy and this pushed agenda has its being and has been transmuted into an energy that we can pull from, that we can utilize, that we understand, because we cannot, love always wins. We cannot keep going in this energy anymore. You know, the world today is crazy. So a lot of that crazy is being transmuted, and we are so protected while we're doing it. We're going through this wonderful healing, and this wonderful shedding of skin, and it's just amazing what's going on. So this is the energy where we're coming from, right? Just a lot of transmuting, a lot of even our past lives or what happened in our childhood. We're like literally hopping into our Akashic records, or we're hopping into our memories. We're like, why did that memory come through of childhood? You know what? I'm going to change that memory into something positive, into something that I could utilize in my life to keep going. And then you know what that does? That literally shifts you into a higher timeline, into another timeline. Okay, so what is waiting in front of us with this chaotic energy and all of this ancestral knowledge coming up while we are transmutating this awful energy? Dog. This is what's coming up. Okay. And it looks like, because 1 + 4 is 5, so it's still in chaos. You know, a lot of things going on right now. It's going to be chaotic for quite some time. Time doesn't exist. You know, time is of the essence. Time is, what is it? Eternal? Infinite, so what's coming up for us is dog. So dog is all about servant to humanity. Dog is all about loyalty, right? So where is your loyalty? Is it within yourself, or is it outside of yourself? Are you, servant to humanity? Are you gonna choose to keep going back to the abuse, to your abuser? Are you going to choose, because dogs, when they're abused, they still get excited when their owner comes home and stuff. So they, however, we have a choice now. We can choose to take our power back and not follow the agenda that's being pushed onto us. And then that's where our servant to humanity, well, it's going within and it's taking our power back, and it's really focusing in on healing ourselves. Okay, being loyal to ourselves and what feels right within ourselves. All right, so I am hearing to pull for what's hovering above, the assistance from above, right? What can we pull from the above? So from the above is necessary to retreat, to know when you're burning the candle at both ends, to, find your community, like-minded individuals. It doesn't mean you got to be best friends and stuff. It's like, find that energy where you flow in, the community, you flow in the energy, right? And then knowing when you're pushing too hard, so that you know when to retreat and go within. When we're retreating, we're going within, we're on this relaxation, or, retreat, we are in a state of homeostasis, where we can literally integrate and work through the information and stuff like that. So just, knowing when it's time to take a step back is above, all right? So that we can communicate with ourselves and our guides and our higher self, and find our flow within our community. Okay, and so what is helping us with the foundation? Ooh. So what is happening at the foundation? So what's happening at the foundation? Crow represents law. What's the law? Everything changes. What's the law? as above, so below, as within, so without. So everything is gonna shift. So how you're feeling on the inside, everything around you has to shift to match the energy on the inside. So that's our foundation. It's almost like there is no foundation, you know, for a lot of people, that's going on today, like they're being shooken to the core. Well, we've been shooken to the core probably since, you know, at least the majority of people since COVID. It really shook things up because we had the foundation that we were standing on. It was super fake. It was like giving our power away, following the masses, and not really going within and being like, hey, this means a lot to me. I stand up for this or that or whatever it is, right? So our foundation, our stability, our structure, everything is changing right now. So just going within and finding your flow within yourselves. Okay, it is so, I can't even stress enough how important it is to go within and to receive your answers from inside of yourself. Chiming within. God isn't outside of you. God is within us, right? And so I'm hearing three things. One thing to help the mind, something coming through to help the body, and then another for the spirit. So the mind, the body, and the spirit. Okay. And overall. All right. So what's going to help with the mind? Bat. This is amazing. So bat speaks of rebirth. So it's like, you know, it's our automatic mindset, the mind control. We're being reborn. There's like this also like a super huge death going on. So it's like, I don't like to say death of ego or anything like that, but it's like a lot of our egos are being checked. A lot of just, you know, the conditioning and the cycles that we're going in is halting. You know, we're starting to be aware of, wait a minute, I don't like this cycle, I don't like this, and so we follow it all the way back to our mindset. So that is what's going to help the mindset, is just a total rebirth, just a total shift in consciousness. What helps me with mindset is, I love our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I will say that over and over and over, and it becomes a background radio for me, to where it shifts out of that mindset. It shifts out of any kind of funk energy that I'm like stuck in. It just shifts out of my monkey mind. And that's what helps me. What helps other people is mantras. I am love, I am light, I am love, I am light. Just something repetitive over and over that will help shift. Sometimes like a ritualistic death is necessary. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to take, like, for example, I'm going to take this rock, and this rock resembles this mindset, and I'm going to do a ritualistic death of this mindset and give it to the earth, give it to the tree, bury it in some soil, whatever it is, you know, make it your own. So with the body is the hardest part too, because we habitually eat things. We've been taught of what the food groups and stuff like that. What a crock. Not sorry. Okay. So just deer, and the number 4, we're so protected. We are so just secure in facing our fears with the physical, the 3D, the body aspect. Deer represents gentleness. So being really gentle with yourself, giving yourself some grace. You're freaking facing demons. You're facing your own demons. You're facing gunk energy. You're taking your power back. You don't know what that looks like. Giving yourself grace. You know, you've been trying to change your eating habits from emotional eating to fuel your body or whatever it is. Give yourself some grace, you know. So dear is just that, being really graceful with yourself, because you are making the track. You are on this good red road. You are on your life path going all the way ascending to Great Spirit. You're on this wonderful path facing all of your fears and all of your demons in bringing in change. And so with the body aspect, a lot of things out there, they're like, well, how it started for me anyways was I thought I was fat my whole life. I thought I was fat. I would see all these skinny mini women on magazines and TVs and everything like that. So I always thought I was heavy, overweight and stuff. And then when I was unhealthy or whatever, I was like, you know what? This is my body. I freaking love myself. I love my body. So I started wearing bikinis. I didn't even care. I was like 200 pounds in a bikini. So what? I love my body. And then on my healing journey, that was like one shift. That was one mindset shift. And then I started being more in tune with my body. Because why? Because I love my body. Love heals everything. So if you love your mind, you love your body, you love your spirit, it's going to heal, right? But then I started being aware of when I would just go to eat some chips, or I am eating my daughter's food, or whatever it was, I became more aware of it. So just giving yourself some grace. And then, a lot of diets or meal plans too. You can, I'm going to eat this candy bar and, for my inner child and stuff like that. So, you don't have to be super strict and stuff like that. Give yourself some grace, you're literally facing all kinds of demons. And then for the spirit, this is beautiful. Moose. Moose comes out for the spirit, and Moose is all about self-esteem. Good freaking job. High five to everybody. You guys are doing it. You are freaking mastering, your tests, your truths. You're coming into inspiration. And it's like a lot of passions, decisions being made, and really a lot of balance coming into play with that number 11, right? One-on-one, that balance and stuff. So, yeah. So there it is. The beautiful reading for the collective, what kind of energy we're in, what's going on. We're just in this huge major shift right now, and so energy is important, and Squirrel is all about gathering. And what is that? Like gathering and harnessing your energy to utilize it in the way you wish, right? And at future times or whenever it is necessary to tap into that. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you later. Bye. Oops.